Stephen Robert Irwin, nicknamed the Crocodile Hunter, was an Australian zookeeper, conservationist, television personality, wildlife expert and environmentalist. Irwin grew up around crocodiles and other reptiles and was educated on them by his father Bob. He achieved worldwide fame from the television series The Crocodile Hunter, an internationally broadcast wildlife documentary series that he co-hosted with his wife Terri. The couple also hosted the series Croc Files, The Crocodile Hunter Diaries, and New Breed Vets. They also co-owned and operated Australia Zoo, founded by Irwin's parents in Beerwah, about 80 kilometres north of the Queensland state capital of Brisbane. They had 2 children, Bindi and Robert. In 2006, while filming a documentary in Australia's Great Barrier Reef, Irwin died after an accidental attack by a stingray. His death became international news and was met with expressions of shock and grief by fans, the media, governments and non-profit organizations. Stephen Robert Irwin was born to Lynn and Bob Irwin on February 22, 1962, in Upper Ferntree Gully, Victoria. He moved with his parents and 2 sisters to Beerwah, Queensland, where his folks opened the Beerwah Reptile and Fauna Park in 1970. Irwin became involved with the park in a number of ways, including taking part in daily animal feeding, as well as care and maintenance activities. On his 6th birthday, he was given a 12-foot scrub python. He began handling crocodiles at the age of 9 after his father had educated him on reptiles from an early age. Also at age 9, he wrestled his first crocodile, again under his father's supervision. In 1991, Steve took over managing the wildlife park and met Terri, a visiting tourist, and they were married in Eugene, Oregon. Steve and his wife Terri spent their honeymoon trapping crocodiles together. Film footage of their honeymoon became the first episode of The Crocodile Hunter. The series debuted on Australian TV screens in 1996 and made its way onto North American television the following year. The Crocodile Hunter became successful in the United States, the UK, and over 130 other countries, reaching 500 million people. American satellite and cable television channel Animal Planet ended The Crocodile Hunter with a series finale titled Steve's Last Adventure. The Last Crocodile Hunter documentary spanned 3 hours with footage of Irwin's across-the-world adventure in locations including the Himalayas, the Yangtze River, Borneo, and the Kruger National Park. After The Crocodile Hunter, Irwin went on to star in other Animal Planet documentaries, including Croc Files, The Crocodile Hunter Diaries, and New Breed Vets. In 1998, Irwin continued his television career, working with director Mark Strickson to present the 10 deadliest snakes in the world. Irwin was a passionate conservationist and believed in promoting environmentalism by sharing his excitement about the natural world rather than preaching to people. He was concerned with conservation of endangered animals and land clearing leading to loss of habitat. He considered conservation to be the most important part of his work. "I consider myself a wildlife warrior. My mission is to save the world's endangered species." Irwin founded the Steve Irwin Conservation Foundation, which became an independent charity and was later renamed Wildlife Warriors Worldwide. Irwin loved mixed martial arts competitions and trained with Greg Jackson in the grappling system of Gaidojutsu. In 2004, Irwin carried his 1-month-old son, Robert, in his arm while hand-feeding a chicken carcass to Murray, a 3.8-meter saltwater crocodile. The infant was close to the crocodile, and comparisons were made in the press to Michael Jackson's dangling his son outside a German hotel window. In addition, some child welfare groups, animal rights groups, and some of Irwin's television viewers criticized his actions as irresponsible and tantamount to child abuse. Both he and his wife publicly stated that Irwin was in complete control of the situation, as he had dealt with crocodiles since he was a small child, and based on his lifetime of experience neither he nor his son was in any danger. He also showed footage of the event shot from a different angle, demonstrating that they were much farther from the crocodile than they had appeared in the publicized clip. On September 4, 2006, Steve Irwin died after being pierced in the chest by a stingray barb while filming in the Great Barrier Reef, While swimming in chest-deep water, Irwin approached a short-tailed stingray, with an approximate span of 2 meters from the rear, in order to film it swimming away. The stingray suddenly propped on its front and started stabbing Irwin wildly with its tail. He initially believed he had only a punctured lung. However, the stingray's barb pierced his heart, causing him to bleed to death. Crew members aboard Irwin's boat administered CPR and rushed him to the nearby low aisles, where medical staff pronounced him dead. Irwin's death is the only fatality from a stingray captured on video, although it has not been released to the public, and is one of the few human deaths from stingrays. Production was completed on Ocean's Deadliest, which was broadcast in the United States on the Discovery Channel 4 months after Irwin's death. The documentary was completed with footage shot in the weeks following the accident, but without including any mention of Irwin's death, aside from a tribute to Irwin at the end. Steve Irwin Day is an annual event on November 15, honoring the life and legacy of Irwin. The date was chosen because it takes place on the birthday of one of Irwin's favorite animals, a tortoise from the Galapagos Islands. Events that take place include people raising money for wildlife warriors to help continue Irwin's conservation work, and employees at Australia's zoo wearing khaki uniforms in Irwin's memory.